Jai Hind friends. In last lectures we have studied what is double integral, how to evaluate a double integral if limits are known, and how can we find the limits of a double integral if region of integration is given. Now we are going to introduce another important concept of this connection, and it is the concept of change of order of integration. Let us first understand that what is change of order of integration. Suppose we are having a double integral like this, double integral over a fxy dA. Now in general this double integral can be written in any of the forms mentioned below. We can write it as integral from a to b, then integral from y1 to y2 fxy dy dx. We can also write the same integral in the form integral from c to d, x1 to x2 fxy dx dy. What is the difference between these two forms? In this integral, these limits are indicated as y1 y2 and dy is mentioned here. Means in this integral we are first integrating with respect to y, and then the resulting integral will be evaluated with respect to x. That is, first we are integrating with respect to y, and then we are integrating with respect to x. In second integral, the limits are from x1 to x2, dx is written inside and dy is written outside. These are the limits which are limits of x, and these are the limits which are limits of y. Because limits of x are occurring inside, therefore we shall first evaluate integration with respect to x, and then we shall evaluate the integration with respect to y. During this integration, because limits of y are occurring inside, it means we have divided the region into vertical slices. In second integral, because limits of x are occurring inside, therefore we have sliced the region into horizontal slice. These two forms are forms of this integral, same integral fxy dA. Converting one form to another is called change of order of integration. Why we are using word change of order? Because order refers here for sequence. In this, the sequence is y then x. In second, the sequence is x then y. So if we change the sequence of integration but the value of integral remains unchanged, then the process is called changing the order of integration. Now we will understand that how to evaluate an integral by changing the order of integration, or how to change the order of integration, because evaluation of integral we already know. For this we shall take example, but how to do change of order of integration? So far we have learnt that if we are given a region of integration, then how can we find limits of integration with the help of that region. In change of order of integration, we shall do reverse thing. We will draw region of integration from given integral. We take example. Example says change the order of integration in the following integral. Integral is 0 to 1, 1 to e raised to the power y fxy dx dy. First of all, we shall draw the region of integration by looking at this integral. Then we will decide that to find these limits, which type of slicing is used, whether we have sliced the region into horizontal slices or vertical slices. Then we will change the type of slicing. By taking new slice, we will again find the limits, and applying those limits to this integral, the value, the expression obtained will be the integral obtained by changing the order of integration. It must be noted that the value of integrand will remain unchanged whenever we are changing the order of integration. The variation will be only in limit part, this part. Now, first of all, to change the order of integration, we observe that this integral is written as I equal to 0 to 1, 1 to e raised to the power y f x y dx dy. Now, the limits which are in terms of y must be limits of x, and therefore, I have written it here as x equal to 1 to x equal to e raised to the power y. The outermost limit will be automatically the limits of y, and in this manner this integral is converted as the form y from 0 to 1, x from 1 to e to the power y fxy dx dy. Now, we want to change the order of this integration. To change the order of integration, we shall first draw the region of integration from this integral. For this, we will always consider the limits occurring inside, that is interior limits. The interior limits are x equal to 1 to e raised to the power y. First of all, I consider x equal to 1. We all know that x equal to 1 is a line parallel to y axis passing through the point 1 comma 0. This is x equal to 1. Now, x equal to e raised to the power y is a curve looking like this. Because when I substitute x equals to e raised to the power y, in x equal to 1, then I will obtain e raised to the power y equal to 1, and so the value of y will be 0. Y equal to 0 means this curve x equal to e raised to the power y cuts this line x equal to 1 at the point where y equal to 0. So, this point will be 1 comma 0. Now, limits of x are from 1 to e raised to the power y means we want to consider the area or region between these two curves, but both of these curves extend up to infinity. Then up to which part we are to consider the area? It will be decided with the help of these limits of y. The limits of y are from 0 to 1. So, the region between these two curves from y equal to 0 to 1 will be a region of integration. Y equal to 0 is nothing but x axis. Y equal to 1 will be a line something here. So, y equal to 1 will occur here. Then this is our region of integration. This region of integration is shown here like this. I have made small mistake. The curve will be like this. Now, this is our region of integration. Now, we will decide to find these limits, which type of slicing was used. I observe that limits of x are occurring inside. We have already seen that if limits of x are occurring inside, it means the slicing is done in horizontal direction. Means horizontal slices are used to find these limits. To change the order of integration, what we will do? We will change the type of slicing. That is, we will divide the region into vertical slices. If when I shall change the order of integration, then we will divide the same region into vertical slices. By vertical slicing, I will again find limits, and those limits will be applied to this integral. Because slice is this time vertical, so the lowest point of this slice will be used to find lower limit of y. Lowest point of this slice is touching the boundary of this curve x equal to e raised to the power y. X equal to e raised to the power y will give y equal to ln x. So, this ln x will be lower limit for y. The highest point of this vertical slice is touching this line. The equation of this line is y equal to 1. So, value of y obtained from highest point will be 1. So, the upper limit of y will be 1. Now, to find the limits of x, we will look at the extremes of the region from left to right. At leftmost extreme point, the value of x is 1. So, x equal to 1 will be lower limit. The rightmost extreme point is this e comma 1, which is obtained from the intersection of x equal to e raised to the power y and y equal to 1. If I substitute y equal to 1 in this equation, then I will obtain x equal to e raised to the power 1, that is x equal to e. Y equal to 1 is here, so upper limit of x is e. Applying these limits, our integration becomes x equal to 1 to e, y equal to ln x to 1, fxy dy dx, which is our required integration, which is obtained by changing the order of integration. Let me sum up once again. This double integral was given. We were looking to change the order of this double integration. First of all, I observed that the limits which are in terms of y are limits of x. So, this integral was written like this. Then I started with limits occurring inside. X equal to 1 was this line, x equal to e raised to the power y was this curve. The region between this line and this curve is to be considered, but the region is extending up to infinity, and therefore, to ensure that what finite region is to be considered, we shall see the limits of y. The region between these two curves, which is occurring from y equal to 0 to y equal to 1, is our region of integration. When region of integration was sketched, then I decided that what type of slicing is used to obtain these limits, because in these limits the limits of x are occurring inside. It means we have sliced the region into horizontal slices. To change the order of integration, we changed the type of slicing and I considered vertical slice. With the help of this vertical slice, the limits were again calculated. Because slicing is vertical, so limits of y were calculated from endpoint equations, and the limits of x were calculated from extreme points of the region. Applying those limits, we obtained the value of integral, which is required integral obtained by changing the order of integration. Now we move towards next example. Example says evaluate this integral 0 to a y to a fxy x upon x square plus y square dx dy by changing the order of integration. This integral 0 to a y to a x upon x square plus y square is given, and we wish to evaluate this integral by changing the order of integration. Just like previous example, I again assume this integral to be I 0 to a y to a x upon x square plus y square dx dy, because the limits which are occurring inside are in terms of y. So these must be limits of x. The outermost limits will be limits of y, and therefore I can write it as x equal to y to a, y equal to 0 to a, x upon x square plus y square dx dy. Now we shall draw region of integration as always, and then we will decide what type of slicing is used to find these limits. Type of slicing will be changed, new limits will be obtained, and those limits when applied to integral will give the integral which is obtained by changing the order of integration. First of all, I observe that what is the lower limit occurring inside, it is x equals to y. X equal to y, we are all aware that it is a line passing through origin whose slope is 1. The upper limit is a, means x equals to a. X equal to is a line which is parallel to y axis and passing through a comma 0. Limits are from x equal to y to x equal to a. This is x equal to y. This is x equal to a. So region from x equal to y to x equal to a is to be considered. But what part? Because it is again the region extending up to infinity. So to decide the bounded region, we shall use the limits which are given here for limits of y. Limits of y are from 0 to a. So the region between these two curves lying from y equal to 0 to y equal to a is our region of integration. Here this is x equal to a, this is x equal to y. When I substitute x equal to a in this equation, I will obtain this point as a comma a. So the region from a y equal to 0 to y equal to a, this part is our region of integration. This is drawn here with more clarity. This is y equal to x, this is y equal to 0, this is x equal to a, and this point is a comma a. Now when region of integration is drawn, then I will decide what type of slicing is there to write these limits. Because limits of x are inside, means horizontal slicing, and therefore these limits are calculated using this type of slicing. To change the order of integration, we shall change type of slicing. and therefore I slice the region into vertical slices. This is an elementary slice which is drawn here. Because the slice is this time parallel to y axis, so limits of y will be calculated with the help of ends of slice, and limits of x will be calculated from extreme points of the region. The bottommost point, lowest point of this slice is lying on this line x axis. From x axis the value of y is obtained as 0, so lower limit of y will be 0. The highest point of this slice is lying on this line. This line has its equation as y equal to x. So value of y from highest point is x, so it will become upper limit of y. Now on leftmost extreme point of the region we have origin, and at origin the value of x is 0, so it will be lower limit of x. On rightmost point the value of x is a at each point, and therefore x equal to a will be upper limit. Applying these limits, the integral becomes this: x from 0 to a, y from 0 to x, x upon x square plus y square dy dx, which is our required integration after changing the order of integration. Let me sum up this part once again. This integral was given. We were looking to change the order of integration of this integral. For this, first of all, I have drawn the region of integration. X equal to y is this line, x equal to a is this line. The region between this and this line was to be considered, and the part of the region which is to be considered is from y equal to 0 to a. So this is our region of integration. Then we decided type of slicing, because limits of x are occurring inside, means horizontal slicing. So to change the order of integration, we change type of slicing. This vertical slicing was used. With the help of this vertical slice, the limits of y were calculated using equations of boundaries. The limits of x were calculated using extreme points of the region, and applying those limits, the integration was converted to this form. Now, because we are to evaluate this integral also, so we shall move further to evaluate this integral. Because the integration of x square plus a square is 1 by a tan inverse x by a. So the integral this can be evaluated using that formula, because we are to integrate with respect to y first. So x will be treated as constant, and in this integral this x will work as a. Applying the formula, it is constant 1 upon a tan inverse y upon x, because a will be x here and x will be y. Now these two terms cancels out. Applying upper limit, it gives tan inverse x upon x. Applying lower limit, it gives tan inverse 0 upon x, dx outside. Tan inverse x upon x will give tan inverse 1. This will be tan inverse 0. Tan inverse 1 is nothing but pi by 4. Tan inverse 0 is 0, so it will be pi by 4 times dx. Pi by 4 is constant. Dx when integrated gives x, and applying those limits I obtain the value of this integral as pi a upon 4. Through this question, we can understand the application of change of order of integration also. We have seen that we have changed the order of integration, and then the integration was evaluated in very few steps in an easier manner. Suppose I don't want to change the order of integration, then this integral will be evaluated with respect to x first. In that case, this x square plus y square will be taken as t, and value of this will be half ln x square plus y square. After that, the limits of x will be applied, and then the resulting integral will be evaluated with respect to y. We can see, if we try, that this process will make the integration to quite difficult. Means we have made the integration quite simple by changing the order of integration, and it is the application of change of order of integration. Some integrals which are difficult to evaluate or even impossible, there are some integrals which are not possible without changing the order of integration. So, some integration which are difficult to evaluate by usual process, if we apply change of order of integration, these integrals become simple. Now, we move towards next example. In next example, we have this problem: change the order of integration in I equals to 0 to 1 x square to 2 minus x xy dy dx. This integral is given. We wish to change the order of this integration. The process we have already discussed. First of all, we shall draw the region of integration. For this, because the limits are in terms of x, must be limits of y, so I can write it as y equal to x square to 2 minus x, x from 0 to 1, xy dy dx. Now, this integral is to be evaluated by changing the order of integration. First of all, I shall change the order of integration, and then apply, then we shall find new limits. This is y equal to x square. We are aware that y equal to x square is a parabola opening upwards. This is the graph of y equal to x square. Upper limit is 2 minus x, means y equals to 2 minus x. Y equal to 2 minus x can be written as x plus y equals to 2. This becomes x upon 2 plus y upon 2 equals to 1. X upon 2 plus y upon 2 equal to 1 is a straight line whose x intercept and y intercept both are 2. So, this line will look like this. This is x plus y equal to 2, and this is y equal to x square. This point of intersection can be calculated by substituting y equal to 2 minus x in this equation y equal to x square. When I substitute y equal to 2 minus x in y equal to x square, I obtain x square equals 2 minus x, x square plus x minus 2 equals 0, and it gives x plus 2 x minus 1 equal to 0. Because this point is lying in positive quadrant, so this point will be 1, x equal to 1, and for x equal to 1 the value of y will also be 1. This is the region between this parabola and the line. The region between the parabola and line is to be considered, but which region? Because this whole region is there, or this part is to be considered, or whatever region, we will decide it with the help of these limits of x. Limits of x are from 0 to 1, means this part x from 0 to 1, this part is our region of integration. This region of integration is drawn here in more systematic manner. Now, when we have drawn the region of integration, now we will decide what type of slicing is used to find these limits. We observe that this time the limits of y are inside. Limits of y are inside means vertical slicing, and therefore this vertical slice is used to find these limits. When we shall change the order of integration, we shall change type of slicing. We shall divide this region into horizontal slices. In horizontal slicing, again we observe that this part of the region, the right boundary, is given by the curve y equal to x square. In higher part of the region, the right boundary is given by y equal to 2 minus x, means the equation of boundary is changing in between, and in this case we need to break the integral into two parts, and therefore I draw a horizontal line dotted for this part BC. This is region say R1, this is the region R2. For this region R1, we shall first find limits. For this region R2, we shall again find limits, and adding those two integrals, the required integral will be obtained. For this region R1, this slice is used to find limits of x. For this region R1, x varies from 0 to this parabola. The equation of parabola is y equal to x square. It gives x equal to root y. Therefore, for R1, x varies from 0 to root y, and y varies from lowest point to highest point of this region, that is 1. So, y varies from 0 to 1. For this region R2, the lowest point or leftmost point of the slice lying on again y axis. So, on R2, x greater than equal to 0, less than equal to, on this line the value of x is 2 minus y. So, value of x is 2 minus y. The lowest point, lowest extreme point has y equal to 1. The highest extreme point has y equal to 2. So, y varies from 1 to 2. Applying these limits, the integral can be written in this manner, which is required integral by changing the order of integration, because we are not asked here to evaluate. So, it is our final answer: y from 0 to 1, x from 0 to root y, x y dx dy, plus y equals to 1 to 2, x equal to 0 to 2 minus y, x y dy dx dy. Let me sum up this problem once again. This double integral was given. We were looking to change the order of this double integral. First of all, I have seen that the limits are in terms of x. So, these will be limits of y, and therefore I mentioned y equals to x square to 2 minus x. Those limits which are occurring outside will automatically be limits of x. Then the region of integration was drawn. Y equal to x square is this parabola. Y equal to 2 minus x is this straight line. The area between this parabola and this straight line is to be considered. Which area? It will be decided by looking at limits of x. The area from parabola to straight line from x equal to 0 to x equal to 1, that is this shaded area, was a region of integration. Then we decided type of slicing, because limits of y are occurring inside means vertical slicing, and so to change the order of integration we are required to change the type of slicing, and therefore we divided the region into horizontal slices. Because the rightmost boundary up to b is formed by parabola, and after b it is formed by this straight line, means the equation of boundary is getting changed in between the region, and in this case we are required to break the integral into parts. We have done that. For lower region R1 and for upper region R2, we have calculated separate limits by dividing the region into parts. For this region R1, limits of x and limits of y were calculated. For region R2, the limits of x and y were again calculated. Applying these limits, the given integral was written as this, and this is the required integral obtained by changing the order of integration. Thus, in this lecture, we have learnt that what is change of order of integration. We have seen that what type of slicing is there if we can identify from given limits, and then we have seen that how can we change the type of slicing to find new limits and giving the integration which is obtained by changing the order of integration. In next lecture, we shall discuss another important concept in this connection, and that will be the concept of change of variables. I am now stopping, and we will continue this change of variable in next lecture. Thank you.